Hey there, I'm Haley. I am 26 years old with a passion for life and all the adventures it has to offer. You will often find me with a smile on my face because I believe that positivity is contagious. I'm a fashion designer and work from home, which gives me the flexibility to pursue my other passions. My job keeps me busy, but I love the freedom it provides. But above all, I value the connections I make with people. Friendships and meaningful relationships mean the world to me, and I'm always open to new experiences and adventures. Life is too short to not make the most of it, right? I was bored as I was always at home, so I decided to join an art class. But I had no idea that this art class would occupy the biggest part of my life. I entered the art class and sat on the first empty chair I saw. I and the person near me were both focused on our respective canvases, trying to bring our artistic visions to life. For a second, I glanced at the canvas near me, and I was mesmerized. Wow, your work looks amazing. Thanks, yours too. You are talented. I'm Lucas, by the way. Oh, hi, I'm Haley. Have you always been into art, Lucas? Not really. I started painting a few years ago. It was a way for me to cope with stress, and I fell in love with it. That is fascinating. I've been drawing since I was a kid. Speaking of art, have you ever been to the Louvre in Paris? It is on my bucket list. Yes, Paris is a dream, and the Louvre is incredible. Let me tell you about that sometime. I got lost in there for hours. At that moment, I forgot that we were two strangers who just met. Our conversation continued to flow, touching on our shared love for travel and exploration. As the art class wrapped up, I could not help but want to meet him again. Haley, this has been a fantastic class, and I've enjoyed our conversation. Would you mind if I got your number? Maybe we could grab a coffee and talk more about art, travel, and life? I would love that, Lucas. Here's my number. Looking forward to meeting you again. We quickly got connected over art and shared interests, and that day marked the beginning of a meaningful relationship filled with creativity and exploration. After that day, we continued to meet regularly at our art classes. After class, we often headed to cafes. It was always enjoyable to be with him. One day, I extended an invitation for a hiking trip, and it turned out to be a beautiful experience. During the hike, I got to discover his caring nature and his true personality. When we finally reached our destination, we both lay down on the ground side by side. Lucas, do you ever wonder about the mysteries of the universe? I do, especially when I'm lying here with you under this vast sky. We reached for each other's hands, our fingers entwined under the starlit canopy. It was a moment of shared interest, and we realized that we had fallen in love slowly but deeply. I wanted to tell him everything, but I was not able to gather the courage for it. What if my confession spoils everything? I finally decided to let it all out and began to talk. Lucas, there's something I've been wanting to tell you. What's on your mind, Haley? He was curious to know, but I was very nervous. I took a deep breath. Well, you see, Lucas, I have realized something important. I have been feeling this way for a while now, and I cannot keep it in any longer. Haley, you're making me a little anxious here. What's going on? Lucas, I'm in love with you. Lucas's expression changed. From curiosity to a mix of surprise and delight, he reached for my hand and held it gently. Haley, you have no idea how happy that makes me. I've been falling for you too, more and more every day. Listening to Lucas, I was relieved, and there were tears of joy in my eyes. He smiled warmly at me. Really? Really. You are an incredible person, Haley. You have brought so much happiness into my life, and I cannot imagine it without you now. We leaned in and shared a sweet, tender kiss, sealing our feelings for each other. The world around us seemed to fade away as we embraced the beautiful moment of love we had found together. This phase of my life was so beautiful. I had finally found the person with whom I was going to share my whole life. Everything was finally falling into place. One evening, I got a call from him. "Hey, love, what's going on?" "I just finished my work. What are you doing?" "Just thinking about you." Stop making me blush. By the way, Haley, there's something I have been thinking about, and I wanted to talk to you about it. Of course, Lucas. What is on your mind? Well, you know how I have told my parents about you, and they have heard so much about the amazing woman who has become such an important part of my life. Yes, I remember you mentioning them. They are eager to meet you, Haley. They are excited to get to know you better. That is sweet, Lucas. I'm flattered. And I was thinking maybe it's time for you to meet them. What do you say? I felt a mix of emotions, nervous and excited. I was going to meet his parents, my future in-laws. What if they would not like me? So many thoughts started coming to my mind. Wow, Lucas, that is a big step. I would love to meet them, but I'm also a bit nervous. What if they do not like me? Haley, trust me, they will adore you. You are an amazing person, and I know they will see that. It's just a casual dinner, and I'll be there with you every step of the way. I felt at ease as Lucas assured me. Thanks, Lucas. That means a lot to me. You mean a lot to me, Haley. I will make all the arrangements, and we can plan to meet them this weekend if that works for you. I shared a heartfelt moment with Lucas. We both realized the significance of this step in our relationship. It was a sign of growing commitment and a deeper connection that we were excited to explore together. The weekend finally arrived, and I could not help but feel nervous. Wanting to make a great first impression, I carefully chose my outfit, opting for a stylish yet modest dress that I thought would be suitable for the occasion. In addition to dressing nicely, I decided to bring a thoughtful gesture to show my appreciation for Lucas's family. I went to a local flower shop and hand-picked a beautiful bouquet of fresh flowers, each bloom carefully selected for its vibrant colors and fragrant scent. The bouquet felt like a symbol of my gratitude and eagerness to meet them. To make the day even more special, I also selected some thoughtful gifts that I thought each member of the family would appreciate. For Caroline, Lucas's mother, I chose a beautifully crafted piece of jewelry that I thought would match her elegant taste. For Jacob, his father, I picked a book from his favorite author, as I had heard Lucas talk about his father's love for literature. With the flowers and gifts carefully arranged, I felt a sense of warmth and anticipation as I prepared to embark on this important step in our relationship. Meeting Lucas's family was a significant milestone, and I was determined to make it a memorable and meaningful experience for all of us. I reached Lucas's home. It was small but cozy. Caroline and Jacob welcomed me. Hello, Caroline, Jacob. It is so nice to finally meet you both. Haley, dear, the pleasure is all ours. We have heard so much about you. Yes, Lucas cannot stop talking about you. We are glad you could join us for dinner. Thank you for having me. I have been looking forward to meeting you too. Haley, Lucas mentioned that you work from home. What do you do for a living? I'm a fashion designer, Caroline. I specialize sustainably and I work as a freelancer, so I have the flexibility to work from home. Fashion design, huh? Must be a small job, is it not? Well, indeed, I work independently, but the field of sustainable fashion is growing rapidly, and there is a lot of potential for impact and growth. I love what I do and I believe in the positive change it can bring. But working from home, does it not get lonely and limit your career opportunities? Sometimes it does get lonely. It is okay, Mom, Dad. Working from home is not a bad thing. Working from home allows her to focus on her creative process and connect with clients worldwide. It is all about how you leverage the opportunities in the digital age. Yes, but how much does she earn? I do not think it is important now. She's an amazing person. I felt underestimated as they commented on my job. Lucas came to my rescue, but still that conversation made me feel sad. As the evening continued, the conversation flowed smoothly, with Caroline and Jacob finding common ground and sharing stories. We discovered shared interests in art, literature, and a love for exploring new places. Haley, we have enjoyed having you over so much, and we can see how happy you make Lucas. Thank you, Caroline. I'm really happy when I'm with him too. You know, we have been talking and we cannot help but wonder, when are you two planning to tie the knot? I and Lucas exchanged surprised glances, our eyes widening at the question. I stammered a little and said, well, we have not really. We're still enjoying getting to know each other better. Oh, come on now, young lovebirds. Life is too short to wait too long. We would love to see you both happily married soon. Mom, Dad, you two are getting ahead of yourselves here. Well, it is just that we can see how perfect you are together, and we think you would make a wonderful couple. That is sweet of you to say. We will keep that in mind, will we not, Lucas? Absolutely, Haley. We will consider it. Caroline and Jacob said something that surprised me when we were talking that day. At first, I thought maybe they did not like me because it made me feel a little uncomfortable. But then they suggested that Lucas and I should get married, and it made me feel like something was different. I was not sure if I was thinking too much, but things felt strange. I didn't understand why the conversation changed so suddenly. It was like going into unknown territory, and I did not know what to do. What I did not realize then was that this simple suggestion would lead to a series of events that would be challenging for me in ways I never expected. After dinner, Lucas came to drop me home. Haley, you know what my parents said about us getting married? Yes, I remember. It was surprising, wasn't it? It was, but it got me thinking. We've been together for a while now, and I cannot imagine my life without you. Lucas, I feel the same way. We have shared so many wonderful moments, and I cherish every one of them. What if we seriously consider it? Marriage, I mean. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, Haley. Lucas, I have thought about it too. I love you more than anything, and I cannot imagine a future without you. So, are you saying you would marry me? Well, I might have to think about it. Oh, come on, Haley. Do not keep me in suspense. Lucas, I would be honored to marry you. Lucas and I shared a loving, tender moment. Our decision sealed our commitment to each other and our future together. Soon, we got married, and Lucas moved in with me at my house, as before marriage, he used to live with his parents, and I was fine with it. We were having a good life, staying together and doing our jobs. We used to meet parents on weekends and events. One day, Caroline called me, and she sounded nervous. Hello, Haley, it's Caroline. Hi, Caroline, is everything okay? I'm afraid not, Haley. We have run into some financial trouble and we could not keep up with the loan payments for the house. They're saying we might lose it. I'm so sorry to hear that, Caroline. That must be difficult for you and Jacob. It is, Haley. We do not know what to do. We've been looking for a place to move, but it's been a real challenge. Caroline, you and Jacob can stay with us at our place. We have plenty of room, and we will figure this out together. Haley, that is incredibly generous of you, but are you sure? Absolutely, Caroline. You are family, and family helps each other in tough times. We will work through this together. I felt sad knowing the situation. Lucas told me before that he was paying EMIs. I wondered what went wrong. I decided to ask Lucas as I wanted to know if everything was going well with his job. In the evening, Lucas arrived. Hey, Lucas, how was your day? Normal. Lucas, I noticed you seemed a bit distracted lately. Is everything going okay with your job? Yeah, it's fine, Haley. Just some busy days at work. You know how it is. I understand, but you missed the EMI payment this month and I got a call from Caroline about a house thing. Is there something we should talk about? Oh, that. Do not worry about it. I'll take care of it soon. Lucas, you know, we can talk about anything, right? I'm here to support you. And I told Caroline and Jacob to shift here. Oh, that is so sweet of you. By the way, Haley, did I tell you about the art exhibition happening downtown this weekend? I thought it might be fun to go check it out. Lucas, I appreciate that, but I want us to address the financial issues. We are a team and we should face these challenges together. Lucas's silence and attempts to change the subject left me feeling even more uneasy. I sensed that something was amiss, and it was clear that we needed to have an honest conversation about our finances. But he was not ready to talk about it, so I decided to wait until he got comfortable. A week after that, Caroline and Jacob shifted to our house. A few days went well, but after that, Caroline started complaining about our amenities, and she wanted me to work in the kitchen. One day, while I was working, she called me to the living room. Hello, Haley. I was wondering, could you make some snacks for us today? I have invited a few of my friends. Hi, Caroline. I would, but I'm working right now. I have a lot to catch up on. Oh, come on, Haley. You are working from home, so it should be easy to whip up a few snacks. It won't take much of your time. I understand, Caroline, but my work is quite demanding. Well, Haley, I do not mean to be rude, but you know working from home does not pay much, and it is not like you have a full-time job or anything. Caroline, my work is important to me, and I have chosen this path for a reason. I thought since you're at home, it would not be a big deal. Oh, I'll try to make some when I will take a break. That day was very busy for me, and Caroline was not entirely convinced. She was taking me for granted, and we started having small fights. I took a short break to clear my mind and went for a walk in the garden. I was enjoying some relaxation when something unexpected caught my eye. There was a bench in the garden, and to my surprise, Lucas was lying on it, engrossed in playing games on his phone. I couldn't help but wonder why he was doing this during his office hours. Instead of confronting him right away, I decided to discreetly inquire with a few of his colleagues. I reached out to one of our mutual friends, and what I learned left me utterly shocked. It turned out that Lucas had lost his job a month ago. This meant that he had been fooling me like this for an entire month. Instead of actively seeking a new job, he had been passing time and not sharing his employment situation with me. I felt a surge of anger and disappointment. Without saying a word to him, I promptly left the garden and headed home. As I entered home, I heard some noise from my in-laws' bedroom. Without interrupting them, I listened carefully. Jacob, I was thinking about taking over this house. How? We planned this way before, right? Now Haley and Jacob are married and we are living here as per plan. We can easily take over this home. Also, Haley works from home and she does not earn much. She's not exactly self-sufficient. Yes, Lucas is spending uselessly on her. He even missed our EMI. We gave him everything he needed to succeed, and now he's stuck with a wife who does not even have a proper job. We have to make a solid plan to kick her out. She's very smart. Of course. I heard them talking, and it made me sad. My husband was not telling me the truth, and my in-laws were plotting against me. They were all living in my house, but not being honest with me. I could not handle it anymore, so I decided to leave on my own. I needed a break from those people and wanted to live in peace. Without saying anything to anyone, I took my luggage and left the house the next day. I rented a studio and decided to work and live there. Just in one day, my in-laws blew up my phone with calls and messages. At first, I ignored their calls, but she was not stopping at all, so I decided to call Caroline back. Hello? Haley, I hope you're okay. Caroline, what do you want? I know things have been difficult between us, but I want to talk. Please just hear me out. Fine, go ahead. Haley, I know you overheard our conversation that day. I never wanted it to come to this point. What are you getting at, Caroline? We miss you, Haley. Our family isn't the same without you. Caroline, it's not that simple. You and Jacob, you both made me feel so unwelcome. And I know why you're missing me. You want money, right? I am so sorry, Haley. We didn't realize that you were covering all the expenses. We didn't know Lucas wasn't working. Please, we need you now. It's not just about you anymore. It's about your son, too. Even he fooled me for a month. Haley, Lucas here. I'm very sorry for what I did. I was relaxed because you had a job. I know I made a huge mistake by hiding the truth from you. My parents took you for granted. I can understand what you must be going through. No, Lucas, you can't understand it. I can't believe your parents tried to take over my home. And you? I thought we were partners. I was working tirelessly and paying all the bills only to get betrayed? Listen, everyone. I know the phone is on speaker. Yesterday I left without saying anything, but don't think I'm going to leave you like this. What do you mean, Haley? I have filed a complaint against you. You were trying to kick me out of my home, right? Now you'll have to leave. Haley, please, where will we go? We don't have a place to live. Haley, I'll find some temporary places for them, but please come back. I'm talking about you too, Lucas. You betrayed me too, and now you are also taking me for granted. You cannot live at my home until you realize your mistake. Are you serious? Yes, I am. And I ended the call. The future was uncertain for all of us. Lucas, Caroline, and Jacob had to pay for their actions and the choices